Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Johnny, the Super Gamer Brothers, and welcome back to this. Oh, cutscene starting.
To fix this present timeline, you need to change the past.
There is no such thing as the butterfly effect.
But that's impossible!
With my help, you can. Because I have the power to travel through time.
No way!
In order to change the past, you must eliminate the individual who has awakened Iblis.
That's not what the subtitle said.
The Iblis trigger.
Okay, let's think hard about this, Silver. Okay, let's look at the circumstances here. Granted, I know that you and Blaze are, you grew up in this world, and for your entire life you've been trying to stop this menacing demon. They have no idea where exactly the origins are, and you do anything to stop him at this point. But think about this, Silver. If this guy had the power to time travel on a whim, why didn't he exactly time travel back to the past and do the job himself if he's so concerned about this world's future? Think about it. It's not that hard. I mean, I know you're insecure. That's what Blaze is for, but not even she will question this. She's completely okay with this. She's supposed to be the level-headed one of this bunch, but she herself never questions it either. Anyway, let's continue on and see what he says.
If I eliminate that guy, will our world be saved?
He just told you that in order to free the world of this bad future, you need to destroy the Iblis trigger. The guy the guy is the reason, supposedly the reason, that the Iblis trigger was awakened. Did you seriously just ask that question?
The day of disaster. Here are my records of this event. This was when Iblis was freed and his flames were released into the world.
And what are these records? The events is a picture of Soliana, Princess Elise, the egg carrier, and a news article that we cannot read.
I see it! So that blue hedgehog's the Iblis trigger?
Blue hedgehog.
And this is where I have to begin to discredit Mephiles here. So, in order to fully convince Silver that Sonic is the Iblis trigger, you pretty much just did what could be the equivalent of showing him a photo and saying, this guy did it. And that's it. you could have made up some kind of fake imagery of Sonic causing Iblis to be released by some way of, like, maybe killing Princess Elise. I know that's a bit dark, but just showing Sonic in a fiery background, that's supposed, yeah, he did. Look, there's fire in the background. He's totally the cause of Iblis being released. It's not like he could be standing in the middle of a forest fire or shit like that. I'm pretty sure it's not the case. And to me, the biggest problem with this is that Silver actually believes him without actually trying to question him initially. I know Silver's desperate, but that's just stupid. And what's even more stupid is that Blaze doesn't question it either. I mean, she probably didn't even see the damn imagery. She didn't even ask Silver, what did you see? But again, if they did that, then there probably wouldn't be a story. Anyway, let's continue on.
I'll send us back in time to the point when the Iblis trigger was alive.
Where am I? Blaze? Blaze! I guess we all got separated. This is so unbelievable. Now, I must fight for the future.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we're finally in the past with Silver the Hedgehog, and what better way to get us used to everything in terms of control than by planting Silver in the most boring hub world in the entire game with a top speed of 2 miles per hour. You know, judging from our playthrough of Sonic a few parts ago, you know how much I hated this hub world, and I mentioned how much I absolutely loathe this hub world, that's Silver the Hedgehog, and this is exactly the reason why. Look at this, this area is way too big, considering Silver's top speed. There's nothing Silver can do in this entire game to ever increase his speed at all. This is as fast as you're gonna go, and there is not a goddamn thing you can do about it. I hated this part so much when I first played as Silver the Hedgehog during my first attempt with this game, and I was so close to just stopping. Like, I knew before playing the game how infamous it was and just how much it sucked. But, you know, I wanted to play the game myself, and I wanted to make a proper opinion for myself. But this section right here, oh my god, this is so monotonous and boring. And it's one of the main reasons why I just don't like hub worlds in general in the Sonic world, because if you fuck up, shit like this happens. But anyway, we just got 2 items from the shop. One was the single layered extreme, and the other one was the power bracelet. Sorry about that. The single layered extreme just allows you to throw all the objects that you have in your psychokinesis grab at once, which is generally not a good idea, as I mentioned in the Iblis boss battle fight. And the power bracelet allows us to grab more things with our psychokinesis. I think it's either that or your psychokinesis has a wider range of grabbing shit. I'm not exactly sure which, but I'm pretty sure it's one of the two. But anyway, since we're in a hub world, there are side missions to do. And this is Silver's first side mission. This is the Soliana Training Ground side mission. So yes, apparently all of Soliana's police force have the ability to jump incredibly high and levitate in midair. That is wonderful. That is incredible. I have to say so. So incredible that the Soliana police force are totally incapable of rescuing the princess themselves and have to rely on a blue hedgehog. Really, I don't understand. Like, assuming the training grounds are meant for soldiers with some kind of machinery involved here. If this is the basic training grounds for Soliana's police force, I'd love to see how the actual Soliana's guard would go about completing this training course. I'd really like to see that. But no, it's probably not the case, and just another excuse for a Sonic character to go through rings. Because they absolutely love fucking rings. But the mission itself is really not that hard, especially if you know how to, abuse Silver's hovering ability. Take your time with it, and you should be able to S-rank it easily. Not that rings will ever become an issue, but, Jesus Christ.
Chaos Control!
Okay, we're back. What the fuck did I get this soccer ball from? Now, go away. Okay. Anyway. Now it's time for Silver's second side mission. This is Soliana's Apple Festival. So we're pulling into our inner Applejack here, and we're putting apples in a barrel. That's pretty much the only thing we're doing in this side mission. So you just grab as many apples as you can with Silver Psychokinesis, and then hope to God the camera works with you, and you can get a good perspective of where exactly can you drop the apples at. That's one of the biggest pain in the asses with this mission, is that you swear the apples are in the right position, and then you drop them and they go nowhere near the barrel. That's the only problem I have with this mission in particular, but it's not really that hard. That's pretty much all you're doing. I'm sorry. Okay, so yeah, it's just for clarification. I'm jump cutting to the end of the mission because you have to waste the entire 5 minutes in order for the mission to end. You can't prematurely end it at any point and just tally up the score that you have now. You do get 100 points for each apple that goes into the barrel, and you need about 18,000 points, which is the equivalent of 180 apples going into the barrel in order to get the S rank. Of course, I was just off by a few apples, so I didn't get the S rank, but who cares, because rings will never be an issue in this playthrough. You only need about 2 S ranks in Silver's entire playthrough in order to afford all of Silver's upgrades. Silver does not get many upgrades, not nearly as the amount of that Sonic gets, and well, that's it. That's pretty much all I can say. you will have enough money to get all of Silver's upgrades, regardless of how shitty you do in the playthrough. And I think that might have been intentional. Well, luckily that there's only 2 side missions we can do at this point of the hub world, so we don't have to explore it that long, but that's only if you know where you're going in the first place. You know, you saw me, I had to use chaos control there for a second. My editing chaos control there. You know, because I got lost here. Even though I have played this game multiple times, well, Sonic Story anyway, you know, I ended up spending about 10 to 15 minutes traveling all over the place looking for those goddamn side missions, you know. And it was painful. It was really painful. If I didn't use the power of of editing chaos control, then we'd be wandering. This entire part would be wandering the Soleon Forest hub world, and I know you guys don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that. Then again, a lot of people don't want me to LP this game and just want me to get back to Genma Arimusha. And I don't blame you. This game's shit. And now we are inside Silver's second level. This is Tropical Jungle, which, unlike Sonic's Tropical Jungle, Silver's portion of this stage is actually a lot more exploration-based. There's a lot of ways you can get from one point to another, and if you know how to abuse Silver's psychokinesis, you know, where to use psychokinesis at, you can really, really, really screw this level in the ass. As I will be demonstrating here, this is actually the fastest time I've ever completed Silver's Tropical Jungle's level, and I'm quite proud of that because, well, if you don't know exactly what you're doing, this level can easily be one of Silver's longest levels. Because this level does have a lot of gimmicks, you know. There are times where you have to use Silver's psychokinesis in order to control this log to knock down a wall of logs. There are these fruit that you need to use a crate to knock into the water in order to grab the attention of this turtle that you can use as a makeshift platform. There are vines to swing on. There are enemies to kill in order to open up, you know, security gates, all that kind of shit. But if you know exactly where to float and exactly where to manipulate crates and shit to get to higher ground, then this level shouldn't take you very long at all. In fact, I'm showing you what I pretty much know is the fastest way to complete the level. And it just, I don't know, the biggest thing that bothers me with Silver, and I can't say this enough, is that we've seen it through the cutscenes just how powerful Silver looks to be. You know, we saw in Silver's establishing cutscene that he pretty much zipped through the night sky at an incredibly rapid pace, and we can't do that in the game itself. We come nowhere near close to having speed like that, and that just pisses me off. I mean, why tease us like that? I mean, I know there's such thing as gameplay story segregation, I'm well familiar with that concept, but in a Sonic the Hedgehog game, where speed is the defining attribute of said series, why completely omit that? You know, there's one of the reasons why in earlier titles, like in the 3D games especially, why I detest like characters like Amy in Sonic Adventure 1, the mech shooting levels in Adventure 2, the treasure hunting levels in Adventure 2 and Adventure 1, and most importantly, like Big the Cat's playthrough. I do not find Big the Gameplay's playthrough to be like difficult of any sorts. No, I hate it because it's the complete antithesis of Sonic. To me, Sonic the Hedgehog, or a character in a Sonic the Hedgehog game, needs to have their own gimmick in addition to speed. Like I know a lot of you guys mentioned that, you know, if every character was fast, then what makes Sonic so special? Well, what made the other characters special, especially in the case of like Sonic 3 and Knuckles, like in Tails and Knuckles, yeah, they were nearly as fast as Sonic, but Tails had the ability to fly, allowing him to reach higher routes, and Knuckles could glide and climb on walls and reach alternate pathways by the ability to break through objects that Sonic can't do. That's what I loved so much about Sonic 3 and Knuckles in that regard. In cases like in the adventure games and shit like that, you're pretty much confined to an area that only takes advantage of the character's attributes with no speed whatsoever. To me, that's not how it's supposed to be. That's not how it works. And I can probably say that for a whole other discussion.
So, this is the past. I hope Silver is okay. He's pretty insecure when he's alone. The Iblis trigger. Blue Hedgehog.
Oh, damn this narcolepsy of mine. Okay, now we're finally in control of Blaze again, and now it's Wave Ocean again. This time we're going through it as Blaze, and as such, her run through with Wave Ocean is not exactly the same as Sonic. And we saw there, she doesn't even bother going through those loops or traveling across water. She just completely ignores it entirely, and you know, I like that. To me, that just makes me think that Blaze is completely self-aware of just how much the loops and the water segments can completely fuck someone in the ass. So she just skips it entirely and just gets, you know, cuts the bullshit and gets right down to brass tacks. Unfortunately, she cannot take that upper path right there. She can't. Okay, yeah, she can. I'm talking out of my ass there. I'm sorry about that. You know, but then again, that's another reason why I like Blaze so much. Oh, god damn, that goalpost. There's one thing I really think Sonic could have used in this game that he'll get in Sonic Colors is the double jump. You know, I really like Blaze's double jump in this game. You know, it makes getting to certain pathways much easier. Like with this rainbow loop that I can only barely get to as Sonic in his playthrough, I can reach easily with Blaze. As such, though, because I really just want to get Wave Ocean over with at this point because I've already played it. This is my third time playing Wave Ocean at this point. I just want to get through everything without having to worry about too many enemies. I'm just going to assume that Blaze just doesn't like water in general. I'm guessing they're just playing up the cat gimmick. Because she doesn't even touch the water here. She just used these conveniently located trampolines and, you know, bounces to the wooden decks. She never gets chased by the whale either. She just, I don't know. With that said, though, like, Blaze doesn't actually have any, she doesn't actually go through any mock speed sections that Sonic goes through. This is pretty much, once we get to where Tails is at, when we went through Wave Ocean the first time, the level's pretty much over. There's the gold ring right there. Really, Breakdance of Doom, huh? Hear with that?
Can't complain.
I can't either, Blaze. I don't think no, I can complain. Because I'm going to be doing a lot more of it. Yeah, that gets annoying after a while when you use the same silver medal twice.
I finally found him. The Iblis trigger.
He was clenching his right hand in the intro.
Now I've got you, Sonic!
Hey!
It's about time I finally caught you again. Hey! You're not Sonic! I'm sorry.
Huh? Hey, where'd he go? He must have run off!
I'm sorry. Did you miss someone because of me?
It's okay. I'm sure the guy I'm looking for is still on the island. I'm sure I can still find him.
Well, then I'll help you.
What?
2 heads are better than 1 when looking for someone.
Hey, just wait a second.
What's your name?
Selective hearing.
Silver.
That's a nice name. I'm Amy Rose. It's nice to meet you.
Ah! Hey, wait!
Okay, guys, that's the end of part 12. I'll see you guys for part 13. See you guys later.